not for the seasonal monsoons. It doesn't rain much in India except when it's monsoon season. So the monsoon is sort of the exception to what would otherwise happen there. And that's why everyone loves the monsoon. They hate it, but they love it. It cools the weather. They get sources of water. There it is.
So to ask you the question again.
Oh, did I not answer? Sorry. Oh, so
battery technology? Like, why isn't LA completely solar?
It should be. It's not. And some of it is cost. LA is so car heavy. Right? And plus, there's a Lamborghini passing me at 20 miles an hour on the 405. This is the land of wasted horsepower, right? So any place that has a lot of sunlight should be thriving on solar panels, and you guys aren't. I looked around; very few homes have solar panels, and I don't fully understand that. You could, if you did that, then you'd run off your own power. You can do this.
Yeah,
you can do the
equation. Make it very difficult, by the way.
And so. Yeah, I mean, the price might have to come down a little further. You don't really see the full price of oil. It's subsidized in ways that are not obvious to us. We built the roads with our taxes so that car companies could sell you a car that you drove on the road that was built for them. If they had to build all their own roads, the price of gas to go in the car would have been much higher. The price of your car would have been, all of that would have been much higher.
If the car companies had to do it?
What I'm saying is I make a product and I want you to use it, but there's no roads. Oh, I convinced you to build the road so you can drive on that road.
That's a weird way of looking at it.
But it's full cost accounting. It's full cost accounting. What is the cost of coal? It's how many people died of lung disease, of pneumonia ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Okay? That's the longest word in the Random House Dictionary.
Is it?
Yeah. That's basically black lung. Yes, basically black. But you can break it up. Pneumono, ultramicroscopic, silicovo, what's the silicates in canoconiosis. So there's all medical bits stapled to make that word. So what is the cost to their health, their death, the air quality, asthma? The total cost of oil is not what you pay at the gas tank. It's other things that we shell out that are not realized in the actual core cost of that source of energy. If you full cost accounted what all this really costs, then the solar option would look way better than it does relative to it. That's all I'm telling you.
But when you're talking about cars and car manufacturers having to pay for roads, isn't that like restaurants? Isn't that like restaurants having to pay for toilet paper?
No, restaurants have to pay for land that you would park your car on to go into the restaurant. Not in New York City, but in places where everybody has cars. Right. If you don't have valet parking, my restaurant will not occupy the entire plot of land I just bought. It's going to be a fourth of that land and all the car in my acquisition of that real estate, for example.
To make it convenient so people could use your facility.
Correct. So I bore that cost as restaurateur.
Right.
Or maybe I'm renting, of course, but that's.
How does that relate to someone, the car manufacturers being forced to pay for the roads, or that they should be?
That would have been interesting had they, because then it would have changed the pricing of everything.
But why would they be?
Are you going to make a car and no one has a road to drive it on?
That's your responsibility.
It's what?
It's your responsibility.
Then you don't have a business.
What? Don't you want a car? Yes. So we all agree. Cars are good. They move fast. They get you where you want to go, right? So how do we as a society make it easier for people to get where they want to go? Well, we all chip in and we make roads. It's not entirely dependent.
Before there were cars, nobody's thinking, I want to go to Chicago tomorrow and I'll be back on Thursday. No one is even having that thought.
Before there were email, no one was thinking, I'm going to send you an email.
Right. These are not thoughts. So I'm just talking about all the forces that had to align to make it actually work. Okay? So now, what's holding back electric cars? Well, I might not be able to charge it. It takes a little too long to charge compared to my other vehicle. Are there enough chargers along the way? Well, these are questions that were asked when people got cars. If you have cars and it takes gas, is there a gas station? Oh, Standard Oil says we'll put a gas station there because you're buying cars. And so it's a whole family of businesses coming together, and you're paying for a big part of that. It's not just the car. You paid for the roads. That's all I'm saying. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just describing it as a reality.
I get it. I just didn't understand the comparison to car manufacturers paying for it. That they
If I make a car and I want you to buy my car, I need a road. So I'm going to build the road. Oh, wait a minute. I convinced you to build the road. That's even better. Oh my gosh, I made it a national priority. Oh, it's a security problem. We need a military design interstate. That's what the interstate is. Military airplane on. That's why they built above the roads. Did we put this too? To the Autobahn. The Germans invented the modern highway system. They invented the clover leaf. They invented the off ramps. They invented all of that. And there are their roads like it was nobody's business. And Eisenhower said, "Hey, I'll get me some of that." And he comes. That's probably not how he said it, I'm guessing, but he comes. Oh, convince. I'm just giving you the foundational facts for it. And by the way, the interstate system costs as much as going to the moon. About $100 billion in total cost.
Seems like a bargain compared to how many people use it versus how many.
Because if you're at war, you need to move material and personnel, and you might have to land an airplane in an emergency way. And so all freeways do this. If you're going to crash a plane, do it on a freeway.
It happens.
Yeah, but do it because you might land safely. And if you don't land safely, the road comes to you to get to the hospital. Don't crash in a forest. We can't get to you.
Right.
We can't get emergency vehicles.
Good call.
Yeah.
Have you seen this new Porsche has a new electric vehicle that they're about to release? And it's
I haven't
got
seen it.
Revolutionary, groundbreaking technology that allows it to charge much faster. You could charge up to 80% in 20 minutes because it's double the. Well, pull up the information. Was it wattage or amperage?
Just a couple of things.
A bunch of different batteries.
You can't cheat physics, so yeah, some batteries charge faster than others. But what really drives the charging speed of battery is the voltage over which you charge the battery, and it goes as the square of the voltage.
Right. So a supercharger.
So if you charge an electric car in your 120 volt home electricity, it could take 30 hours. If you go to 240 volts, okay, it'll take 10 hours. If you go to 384 volts, so you keep going up, that drops precipitously, and you can get a voltage where the thing will charge in a couple hours.
Yeah, we have a supercharger here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we have some set up here for my Tesla.
So there you go. Which Tesla?
Just quickly, the S.
Yes, yeah, cool. Yeah, so you charge it in at most 90 minutes.
I don't think they call it that anymore. I think they only
the superchargers.
No, there's the Tesla. I think they call it like they have like an S Raven. They have.
You don't think they call it the S anymore?
No, it's not the P100D. That's the
high.
They don't call it that
capacity.
Anymore.
Okay.
I think they have it based on whether it's a single engine or a double engine. Mm-hmm. They've simplified things. They've also removed all the labels to make it a little slicker, sleeker.
So in the Porsche, is it just they're selling a higher voltage charger to you?
Trying to find that info.
Or is the battery so completely different?
Google 10 interesting things about the new Porsche Taycan. How do you say it? Taycan? That's the article I was reading today.
Mm-hmm. So that's cool. So my concern is batteries are still kind of 19th century technology.
Yeah.
You know who invented the battery? Volta. Alexander Volta.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
Voltage.
Volts. Volts come from him.
Volt?
Yeah. All these guys they got famous. So Tesla, we got a car named after him. The guy had a car. There's actually a unit of electromagnetism named after Nikola Tesla.
Really?
Yeah. It's Webers per square meter, I think. So it's like the density of magnetic field strength within a certain area through a surface. So batteries charged by inductive plate. The conventional charge that the Porsche claims that the Porsche turbocharging system charges at 350,000 kilowatts in 15 minutes.
80% in just 15 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not clear how Porsche will prevent battery overheating. Mm-hmm. Maybe they won't. Maybe good luck, bitch.
So it could be vaporware, but we'll see. But
they've already been driving it.
Well, but it's game on. That's what that means.
Yes,
it's game on. Whether it works or not, it's like Tesla's on notice. Everybody's on notice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose market share because people want to buy as quickly as in less time than it takes to fill a tank.
Yeah.
How much time do you stand there with your hand for the gas to go in.
Right, so they would have to have a mountain of batteries sitting there waiting for people to just come in and take.
Is that any
a new
worse
one
than a
out.
mountain than a sunken reservoir tank of gas? There's no different. Why is that any different?
Probably be larger volume, right?
Possibly, but so what? If it's economic, you just do it.
Right.
And
You
if
think
the
that's the
battery's
future?
all at the bottom of the car, and go like NASCAR, you run in, pop it up,
Mm-hmm.
take out the battery, put the next one, you're off.
Do you think that's the future?
Why not? It's better than charging the battery.
Do you?
No, I do. I do have cars now.
Keep
I
it
didn't
going?
used to. It's expensive as hell to garage it in New York. It just went up. The price just went up. The big price point